Welcome back to Modern Dude Chat.
All right.
I'm excited. Cody, are you excited?
Yeah, dude, I'm super excited.
Obviously we're
Oh,
man.
Good
this
start.
Is starting out
Hey.
amazing.
We got a guest.
I'm nervous about this guest.
Why? Why are you nervous about this guest?
I'm kidding. This guy just makes me nervous in the least amount of ways possible.
It shouldn't make you nervous.
No, we're just gonna dive into it.
Let's do it.
What do we call this? June is Family Month.
Family month.
Family Month
right.
on Modern Dude Chat.
Let's shed a little bit of light on that, Chuck.
Okay.
So we realize everybody's been quarantined or at home, and life has not been normal. Chuck and I have honestly hated the fact that we couldn't move forward with all the guests that we had planned and scheduled. So we're like, all right, what can we do to like change it up? And I was like, you know what? Let's pull my brother on the podcast. So we got my brother.
And my first thought was terrible idea.
But we got my brother here, Colton. He's going to hang with us today and just kind of hang out and shoot the shit with us.
What's up, guys?
And next week we get someone from my side of the fence.
Yes.
Oh, no, that's even worse than this.
So my sister-in-law's coming on next week.
Oh, my
She's
God.
committed.
I better
So
hope she didn't hear
Colton is here tonight. Colton
How you
Murphy.
doing? Yeah.
That's
It's
him.
good to be here with you guys. Yeah.
Heck
Yeah, absolutely.
that.
Chuck, why are you looking at
This
me
is
like
gonna
that?
be so fun. I'm
Chuck's
have so
going
much-
to give him a hard time.
I'm gonna.
He is.
Yeah, I
Okay.
am. It's part of my life's work is to bother Colton.
It's okay. I'm used to it. I can. I can feed back a little
So-
bit.
Colton is a natural, like, dude, get off my
Yeah,
back.
get
He
away
is
from
so
me.
easygoing, it's gross. Like, he's so nice. I can't recall how many times I've been so mad at Colton about how nice he's been. Mainly like when we're at a party and he's like, hey, Colton's the guy that when you're doing something, he'll invite anybody and everybody. And it's like, Colton, seriously?
Hey, well, you guys invite
That person-
anybody to here because I'm here. I mean,
I mean,
past,
yeah.
past hour I've been
Our
rating
standards have
alcohol.
dive bombed during quarantine. Colton's here, and this is where we're at. Colton, I love you. You know,
I love you too, brother.
So
What's
as
up?
long as I've known Cody, which we've talked about. I mean, we're talking 6th grade,
It's been a minute.
5th grade.
In
Yeah.
6th grade, yeah.
I remember.
Colton's been there.
I remember playing football on the trampoline, and I think y'all called me Little Emmett because you couldn't catch
Oh
me.
my
He
God.
was so small and
Just get off,
squirrely.
it's like get off me. Get
Totally
off.
Like-
called you Little Emily.
Yeah.
So as long as me and Cody have been hanging out, Colton's been there too, and I mean
Chuck,
Colton's legit awesome.
Chuck's
love Colton.
blessed to be friends with both brothers, Murphy brothers. So,
Chuck D. Oh,
what would you do without us, Chuck?
I'd be sad and lonely.
Life would be different.
I would be sad and lonely. I'll tell you what, because I mean, one Murphy
Yeah. Just,
boy, child, man is enough. But
Boy, child, man.
when both of them are together, that's a whole like you talk about getting nowhere on time. That's these two for sure. Like it's a gene, it's a trait y'all both carry.
I did show up like 30 minutes late tonight, I think. Pretty close to
and
it.
yet here I am,
Then I
not
went straight
surprised.
for y'all's alcohol because I knew you had it here, and just
Again, not surprised.
That's a good segue, though. You did run by and pick up the alcohol.
I
for
did.
us.
He
I
did.
did.
Colton came through,
Nice
and
feature.
let's just go ahead and dive into
Let's
it.
do
and then because we have nothing on schedule except for Cody's love affair with Elon Musk. So other than that, we have nothing planned.
Right on. Hey,
And maybe we do. My love affair with Dave Portnoy. So
Oh yeah, we got
other than that, nothing. So let's go ahead and
let's
do it because this is the backstory on this is awesome. I don't know
It's
how much
really
you want to touch
awesome.
on it.
So I want to start with it's been a crazy past few weeks, right? And I think everybody knows what I'm referencing. But so this episode is to be a little bit more lighthearted. I think.
I wanted to interject.
Yeah, please.
I normally wouldn't
No, go
stop
ahead.
here.
Go ahead.
We are very much aware of what's going on in the country and around us. We did make a separate separate episode, mini episode,
Yeah.
addressing it directly because we felt not to include it on a normal podcast. We like to kick it, have fun, and escape a little bit here.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't feel right talking about that and then cutting up and goofing around. So we're aware. We know it's out there. We have our feelings and opinions. It's on another episode.
And please go listen to it.
But go listen to it if you want. If you turn it off, turn it off. Whatever.
If it sparks conversations, please hit us up.
But just wanted to.
Yeah.
If it does conversations and all that. That's another episode. This ain't it. We're having fun. We're kicking it here, and I just want to interject on you.
No,
there.
totally cool.
And Colton's gonna cough all through the whole
I'm not
damn
going.
thing.
That was the one.
And
cough.
before,
I
so
get one
again,
cough.
before you get
told me
started,
before we started, I got one cough.
this is our first time recording 3 people with our new equipment. So if audio is a little weird, this is not only fun for us; it's an experiment. So bear with us. We'll get it straightened out. So
Colton is the game.
with that being said. He's always been our guinea pig. With that being said, Cody, go forward.
But to go back,
take us into
it's been a rough few weeks. It's been heartbreaking. It's time for everybody to kind of take a step back and open your minds and your hearts. And what happened was I was at home today. Today was we're recording on Tuesday, so it was. Blackout Tuesday, which is a movement that happened on social media, Instagram in particular. And so I made it a point today to I don't know, just kind of dive into some issues like that and learn and educate myself. And ironically, I'm into, I think there's no question that I'm into whiskey, and my brother Chuck is into whiskey, craft beers. That's why we feature something every week.
Oh yeah.
And I stumbled across this. I don't even know how I stumbled across this now, but I came across this whiskey, and it's been around for maybe a couple of years. It's very new. It's been around for, like I said, a couple of years, I think.
But not at all new at the same time, right?
But not at all new.
Not at all.
Very
new.
good point.
Yeah.
I love
it.
that.
It debuted in this format debuted in July 2017.
2017. Okay, so fairly new for a whiskey company. But like Colton said, the story and the depth to this whiskey goes back to the very beginning.
The beginning of whiskey itself.
Yeah.
Wow.
And do you want to share some of your story when you went and picked it up today?
Yeah, when I went and picked it up, it was.
There's that fucking.
Oh, that was number 2.
I'm gonna go ahead and say the name. So what we're talking about is Uncle Nearest whiskey. It's 1856 premium whiskey. It's called Uncle Nearest, and the story is just phenomenal. And when Colton went in and bought it today, which was the last bottle, right?
Yeah, it was the last bottle on the shelf.
Last bottle. The guy that was there, the liquor store owner, gave you a little history, right?
Yeah.
He was there on the
yeah,
spot.
I called him ahead of time when you told me that you weren't having any luck finding it. I called. I was like, well, there's 2 liquor stores I got a shot at near me. You know, I'm gonna call one of them and see where I need to go. And he's like, yeah, I've got it. Come on.
Nice.
So I go, and he's like, yeah, it's sitting on the shelf for you. I said, well, where?
Of
So
course.
he points, and I'm like, there it is. There it is. Got it. He goes, you know the story behind that? And I was like, no. Fill me in.
Yeah.
And he was telling me how pretty crazy the story. I'm going to let you tell the story.
Because Cody shared a video on this today.
I did, and we'll try to share it on our account too, like a swipe up link, maybe in the stories.
Yeah.
The video is phenomenal. It's on Vimeo, the best version of the video. But in a nutshell, this whiskey, it's called Uncle Nearest, and it was named after a guy named
Nathan Nearest Green.
Nathan Nearest Green.
Nathan Green.
And he was a black slave back in mid 1800s. 1800s, right? On a farm in Lynchburg, Tennessee. The guy that owned the farm or the ranch or the what was it? Was it a farm ranch? It was a ranch farm type place in Lynchburg, Tennessee.
Yeah.
And he was a preacher, and the guy that owned the property also had a little side business, which was a distillery. So Nearest Green was the guy that went out in the hills of Lynchburg, Tennessee, and
he's the one who made it.
He started making this whiskey. Now, a few years later, there was a young boy that came to the farm, come to find out, that was Jasper as is his real name, but everybody knows him as Jack Daniels or Jack Daniel. So,
and when he branched off, because Jasper Jack Daniel worked for this distillery.
Yeah. Yep.
And then when he got old enough, he branched off and started his bigger, larger company. And the first master distiller he hired was Nearest.
Yeah. Uncle Nearest is what they call him.
And this is not a stole the idea thing. This is like what was described as a true friendship and respect situation.
Yes, absolutely. He was Nearest Green, or Uncle Nearest was Jack Daniels' mentor, basically, all throughout the years, and he became like a really savvy, great businessman, as we know Jack Daniels. But Uncle Nearest is the one that officially
showed him the ropes.
He created
amazing whiskey.
The whiskey, and using the earth around him. I think it talks about limestone, the river there, the water, and the maple trees. And fire. So water, fire, and he was honestly the one that
back in those times. He was like a known master of whiskey distilling.
Master distiller.
Like he
couldn't come up with it himself though, because they don't have back then. They didn't.
Well,
it wasn't.
Different times.
But
it was also one of those like
he was working.
He was in the whiskey world. He was a legend, essentially.
Which is so
and over time, I think it faded into the background because of that distillery faded, and of course Jack Daniels blew up.
And times were complicated, and he was a slave at the time, distilling for his owner.
But he was back then known as the man, and they even say till to this day he's been whispered as Nearest Green. I'm talking about as the like badass of badasses in the whiskey world.
Yeah, he's the one that created
the OG of whiskey.
Tennessee whiskey.
I'm excited about
Tennessee whiskey.
Tennessee whiskey.
Yeah.
So, anyways, we'll share that video. It gives more in depth. It's a really cool video.
I'm ready to try it.
I'm excited to try this Nearest Uncle 1856. I'm sorry, Uncle Nearest 1856 Tennessee whiskey.
So pour us up.
I'll do it.
I'm going to read this real quick, just so we know what we're getting our hands into.
The packaging also has the original house that
which still stands.
Which still stands. He worked on.
So on that video, it's pretty cool.
Distilled in small batches, handmade in Tennessee, maple charcoal filtered, aged in charred oak barrels, 50% alcohol by volume, 100 proof.
And so while Cody's pouring this up, I'm going to read this little blurb just so we know we're getting. Uncle Nearest is... Are you just reading or pouring? What are you doing?
I'm reading, sorry.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Gotta keep you on track. So, where was that? Uncle Nearest is the most awarded new American premium whiskey brand in United States history, garnering 75 awards since its July 2017 debut, including being one of 2 brands named World's Best at Whiskey Magazine's 2019 World Whiskies Award and earning 15 Best in Class. Cigar and Spirits Magazine also named Uncle Nearest one of the top 5 whiskeys in the world.
Fantastic.
So just a little.
Awesome. What a cool story to come across.
It is a really cool story.
I'll be honest right now. When I watched that video, with everything going on, I kind of teared up because I thought it was such like a victory. Here's a quote that I pulled from the video. He made history, obviously, but to all those men and women whose stories remain untold, may their truth find the light. Just like this whiskey, the truth finally came out. The truth found the light, and may the truth continue to find the light. Like in situations like this, the past was a brutal one to swallow, I think, for a lot of people, and just kind of touched me. The story was really awesome, and I thought, man, what a cool thing for them to honor him years later
And there was a great friendship back then between them.
And that's what,
even though it was so separated, there was such a great
in the video
there.
at the end, they said they found they went back and dug into history and found like 10,000 artifacts and notes and manuscripts and about Uncle Nearest and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I am a history buff and I cannot wait to dive into because I want to know, because even the story, Jack Daniel's whiskey, he was there. Like, at what point, where did he fall off the map?
Yeah.
And how did we get this back into
our life?
I
think it's slave related.
Well, yeah, sure. But even after he was, slaves were freed.
Yeah.
He was a free man working for Jack Daniel.
Yeah.
Where did this, because I never heard of this story.
Yeah.
Where did it go? And this is what I love about history, is like digging in and finding stuff I'd never found out before.
Yeah.
Like, I can't wait. I'm dying.
I honestly hope there's a movie that comes out about it, because I think it's movie worthy. Like,
absolutely,
telling that story.
I would watch it. Absolutely.
It's one of those movies where, like, at the end, like, kind of like the story did on the video.
Yeah.
You don't find out who the young man is until the very end when he signs a piece of paper that says Jack Daniel or whatever.
Yep.
Anyway,
it's pretty crazy.
That's just me.
Watch the
Uncle
Alright, I'm ready.
Was his mentor. All right, let's do this.
So ready.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Colton, thanks for being here.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Cheers to good whiskey.
I want to know why you got.
By the way, we're drinking this neat straight from the bottle. What'd you say?
Whatever Cody says. So why you got a different glass than us?
Oh.
I mean, it smells like whiskey.
And that it is. Wow.
Smooth.
Oh, that's good. I feel it going down.
Went straight down.
That's what I want from my whiskey. I want to feel it all the way down.
Yeah. That's really smooth, though.
It is.
Well, we know my opinion is the only one that really matters.
Hit us, Chuck.
It's good.
It's flavorful, too.
It is. It's got flavors. It's got a little burn, but not the typical burn I'm used to. Not the one I hate.
Do you have another sip?
I haven't yet. No.
Yeah, that's smooth.
I think a second one's...
Yeah. It's... I like to give my first reaction, and it's... there's a little burn. Don't get me wrong. Me, I'm a wuss. I probably like it. I would probably like it cold.
Yeah, on the rocks.
Because this is warm.
And they also have a...
But I think if it was chilled or on ice...
Yeah.
Oh,
this would be fire.
Yeah.
Like,
the cool thing about the bottle is it also has a little storybook right on the neck of the bottle, and it actually tells you the story, and then also has some cocktail recipes on it as well. So I thought it was great. It's delicious.
I think it's fantastic.
So,
it's good whiskey. I'm gonna have to pick me up a bottle. Actually, I'm going to. I know I will.
I think it's.
I like the story behind it. I like the.
Yeah. Just the authenticity of it.
The history of it. The history of it makes me want to buy the bottle over and over again.
Yeah.
And it being good whiskey makes me
and just knowing that, like, this is the guy that started it, created it.
Yeah.
You know?
No, this is, I mean, the second sip even got me more burned, but I'm not mad about it.
It would be good on the rocks for you, Chuck. On the rocks for you.
Yeah, I really think chilled or on the rocks, I'd be even more in love with it. But I mean, as far as whiskey goes,
good stuff.
This is up there.
Award winning too. So
this is up there.
Yeah,
it is. It's valid. Their awards, in my opinion, and I'm not even that much of a whiskey drinker.
Cheers to Uncle Nearest. Awesome story.
Cheers.
Boom, boom.
All right,
yes, sir.
All right, next, Chuck.
You know, when we have a tasty beverage, tasty drink, we need a little music to tickle our eardrums.
A little bit of tunes.
So with that, Colton is bringing some music to our attention this week. We'll pass it on to him.
Yeah.
All you, no pressure.
So Zach Bryan is who I brought to the table today.
Nice.
He's from Oklahoma, small town Oklahoma. I'm not even sure how to pronounce it. It's like, I'm not sure. I'm not even gonna try. But
I phased you out. What'd you say? What's his name?
Zach Bryan. He's from Oklahoma.
Nice.
He picked up the guitar when he was 14. His dad and his grandpa gave him a guitar, and he stuck with it. He doesn't really classify under any genre from him. When I look him up, it says folk, but for him, it's just he says he's just putting everything that he feels and everything he's thinking and live through is right into it, and he'll never stray from that. No hired songs, no one writing this stuff.
Right.
It's all Zach.
Songwriter.
Putting it out there. Songwriter, singer. I would relate him to Tyler Childers. He even mentions Childers in some of his interviews, but really cool dude. His music says it all.
What song we're listening to tonight?
Flying or Crying.
Flying or Crying.
Yeah. It was a toss up between a few.
Yeah. What's another good one for everybody to listen to?
That's a hard question because I love every album the two albums he's put out.
So the album's called Deanne.
There's Deanne and there's Elizabeth, the new album.
Oh.
New album came out this month.
Awesome. Yeah.
Yep. And Deanne is the one that got me hooked though, reeled me in.
And it's named after his mother who passed away.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yep, it sure is. Yep.
Just looking this up off the fly. I don't know.
So that just kind of throws right back into everything that he's just gone through. He just puts it out there. You know, his album.
If you're a Tyler Childers fan, this is something you'd like.
For sure.
Okay.
For sure.
Cool.
Yep.
Sturgill Simpson, that kind of
and
singer-songwriter.
Yes.
As of September 3rd, 2019, when the article I'm looking at, he even says he's active duty military.
Nice.
He's in the Navy.
Oh, wow. Cool.
Really cool dude. Drives a sick Indian. It's a nice bike. I really liked it when I saw it. But check him out.
I like it. Good feature.
Good guy.
Zach Bryan. That's ZachBryan. We're listening to Flying or Crying. So yeah, you guys go check it out. There's a few other ones on there. I'm gonna go check out the 2020 album.
It's definitely a good album.
Heck yeah.
Definitely a good album.
Good feature, man.
Colton bringing the goods, man.
Hey,
me and
my lady are always dancing him in the backyard. Man.
Lady friend.
Yeah.
So, speaking of backyards, I'm super jealous of what Colton's rolling with right now.
Oh man, I'm blessed.
Speaking of lady friends, she's a patron.
She is a patron.
Oh yeah,
she is a patron.
Real quick.
Shout out, air high five.
She listens to Modern Dude Chat, and she's a chick. Just for all the chicks out there that
we have fun.
Yeah, she.
But I want to hear more about this backyard. What you working?
Oh yeah,
man.
Colton's up on the lake, man.
We do. We have some waterfront lakefront property on Tawakoni, and man, we love it. It's nice.
Got some oceanfront property.
Oceanfront property in Quinlan, Texas. It's nice, man. With the lake, we enjoy the lake. Last weekend we had a good time. There was it was warm. Bunch of white girls on random dudes' boats, just everywhere out there.
Based on social media, there was a lot of boat action.
Yeah, a lot of boat action.
Not me. I was in a pool.
We were surrounded by some speedboats. Man, you can't even hear yourself think around them things, but they get it.
It was a good weekend. The weather was nice.
It was so nice. Nice. We have a good time.
No, I think we were in the pool. Like we had an adult pool party Friday night, and then the kids were in the pool Saturday and Sunday.
Absolutely. Why not? Great weather.
Yeah, I keep telling Colton I'm going to come out and just hang out in the water all summer.
Everybody should.
Yeah.
That's like Chuck saying I'm too nice. I'm inviting everybody.
Yeah, there he is.
There
he
is.
Legit. If you show up to Colton's, he will not care.
I don't,
he will not give a shit.
I don't meet many people. I don't
he will act like you're supposed to be there, even if you're not. Unlike me, like I'm that guy. Like Colton would invite people. I'm like, dude, Colton. One, Colton, what the hell are you doing? Two, who are you? Get out of here.
Just telling everybody.
Yeah, Colton's like, oh yeah, I'm at Chuck's house. Just come on over. He don't care. And I'm like, Colton, I hate that guy.
We got ducks too. Look, we saved some ducks. My lady, she found some ducks in the middle of the road. Right?
I like to shoot ducks. I'm just telling you.
No, so do I. But
I love ducks.
It's not talked about around the house right now because we're trying to set them free. We saved 8 ducks. We have 2. There was a duck head in the driveway.
Yeah, got a critter murder.
Yeah, and we put them at night. We put them in this dog cage to keep them safe, and something still got to them.
It's crazy,
and it's sad. But there's 2 left.
Yeah. I'm coming out.
I'm gonna let them free. I'm gonna let them free like this week. It's happening.
Really?
Just curious. not that this matters on the podcast, but what's the drive time from Greenville to, like, your mom lives around the corner from me. What's the drive time from your mom's house to your house?
27 minutes, something like that.
Okay, so
just come out,
30,
Chuck.
30 minutes to get out there, 5 hours of fishing.
If I don't see your,
5 hours
if I don't see your face this summer, I'm gonna be sad about it. How about
I'm gonna come out there and fish.
I'm gonna pull Chuck out there with
come
me.
on.
How about that?
Yeah, I'm good with
I'll
it.
put you on some fishing spots.
I need some new fishing spots.
Absolutely,
Sure.
absolutely.
Love it, love it.
Yeah.
All right, Cody.
We got a few things to talk about.
Now's your time.
Nothing crazy.
Now's your time. Talk about
I feel
your boy.
like it would be a dishonor to not talk about SpaceX and US and NASA.
Perfect. We're talking about SpaceX Starship.
Falcon,
No? Oh.
Yeah, Falcon 9 and Crew Dragon. They sent SpaceX successfully sent 2 astronauts.
They successfully had SpaceX.
It's SpaceX.
What is what?
SpaceX.
SpaceX. Colton, are you saying space?
Why hasn't anybody had SpaceX before?
Why Colton? Hold on.
SpaceX?
SpaceX.
Colton, why are you talking SpaceX?
He just said SpaceX.
SpaceX.
Oh my god.
Space
This
X,
is why
like
I can't mess around with
I was
you.
about to say, why did it take so long
Colton's
for
just
someone to
like-
have SpaceX?
Colton.
That would have been the first thing on my mind is some SpaceX.
We sent 2 astronauts up in the space.
Colton wants to know how long SpaceX has been around.
Well, you don't wonder it too?
Elon Musk is a pioneer in SpaceX.
Well, he'd be a smart guy.
That's why I can't mess with y'all.
Oh
Cody's
my gosh.
over here loving on Elon Musk, and Colton wants to know more about SpaceX. Describe this to me.
It's not
That's
space.
what I wanted you to do.
I'm
is
sure
describe
that's
it to me.
Elon's.
How do you
ultimate-
get leverage while floating in space?
You figure it out. You figure it out like you figure sex out. You figure it out.
That's great. No, I'm not talking about SpaceX, which inevitably is probably going to happen once we
I
have.
feel like now we need to talk about SpaceX.
Oh man, that's good. But yeah, so they launched Saturday 2 astronauts for the first time in almost a decade up to the International Space Station. So I thought that was really cool. I mean,
Yeah,
a huge
props to them.
milestone for Elon.
For sure.
SpaceX, not sex. There was no sex going on. It was just
That we know of.
Well, this is a boring conversation.
Colton is checked out. No
Not cool.
SpaceX, he's out.
just trying to go to the moon and Mars, no big deal, and travel commercially and have space sex at some point. But yeah, anyways, I thought that was a huge milestone, especially with everything going on.
If an airplane is a mile high club, what would SpaceX be?
Man, mind blown right
Well,
now.
okay.
Not sure.
We could dive into this. Can
You
you?
got nothing and nowhere else to go.
Are you supposed to take your spacesuit off? The Starman? That's what they call them, Starmen.
Mm.
How could you take your spacesuit off and have
See,
space sex without dying?
But you can take your suit off in the
why can't you?
That's true.
in the
Sorry.
In the
space
outer
shuttle.
space.
Once
Why
you
can't
get
you
in the
take it off
shuttle.
in the shuttle?
Once you get into the
Tom
sun-
Hanks
Still
did it in Apollo
SpaceX, even though
13.
you're in the shuttle, you're
International
still in
Space
SpaceX.
Station.
No,
You know what?
see
Some
that's
brings up a
that's
point.
international sex. I
No.
don't know about space sex.
No, that is you're in space, so it's space.
yeah, but
It's
when
good.
you're on the international space
Space
station,
station?
that's like
It's international.
sovereign
I think
territory.
any man would be scared to take his pants off outside
Like,
that shuttle.
no, like
You don't know what's
in-
going to happen.
If we're gonna have space sex, you need to have space sex in the Falcon.
That would be cool. That sounds
And I
cool.
think you can take your helmet off. My
Take your helmet off.
my worry is what happens
Astronauts
when,
out there, don't listen to Chuck. Do not
So,
take your helmet
I
off
mean-
for some space sex.
Leave your helmet on if you want to, but my concern with space and gravity, and you see those videos about like water bubbles and stuff
Yeah.
like that, like what happens to all the fluids that occur during space sex?
You
Yeah.
clean it up like you usually do.
Do those
You
become
just-
little aliens in space?
That's where aliens come from, I think.
That's where
That's where aliens come from.
I don't believe in
man,
With
aliens.
space sex.
We're on to it.
If you have relations in space, it's an alien, and that's where aliens.
That's one
come
baby I
from.
would not claim. That's one. It's a damn alien baby.
Definitely ain't paying child
Yeah.
support.
Man,
Not paying
that's weird. I ain't
All right.
space sex.
Anyways, I thought that was cool, Chuck. Colton, it's funny that you thought I said SpaceX.
Well,
because you
and
were saying
the launch got delayed like a day or two,
It
and
did, yeah.
I just happened to watch a video. They were SpaceX Starship. They tested their 4th prototype of the next generation, and
in Boca Chica, Texas.
it just exploded. Like
Yeah.
they tried to launch it, it just exploded, and I had no context of what was going to happen. So I just watched a live video Friday evening of SpaceX, and the launch exploded, and I was like, "Well, that sucks. This has been hyped, and it just exploded. That's not good."
Unrelated.
Unrelated.
You know how many times that's probably happened, though? I mean, they blow through equipment and money trying to develop all these things.
That's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money.
Man.
But props to Elon. Congrats to him. He had a mission.
Yeah, that's cool.
He carried it out, and I can't even wait to see what happens after this.
For sure.
Cody's so excited.
I am. I'm excited.
Cody
It
is
excites me.
beaming with pride.
I don't know why that excites
for
me.
Elon
It's just
and
the fact that, like,
SpaceX.
hey, you know what?
They
If
bring
we
their
could leave this Earth and just commercially,
I did see something funny.
Have fun.
It made me laugh. It said, so the astronauts for SpaceX just left Earth for a few months, and it said, "Good call."
yeah.
Good call.
Because
Leaving
it's
this
wild.
Earth right now.
It is
Yeah.
wild
No
out
kidding.
there.
Give me a trip.
So speaking of wild,
What you got?
I don't want you guys' beards getting wild.
Oh no.
So Colton,
What is wild?
hey, we're throwing this on Colton right now. This is where we talk about beard supply.
Stay wild.
Talk about beard supply. This is our beard supply spot.
I love some beard supply.
Do you?
Use it every morning.
What do you use?
I use 19 in Alpine.
Was it
1975?
75. And Alpine? Both?
Beard oil?
No.
Oh, see, you gotta specify for the
Can't-
people at home.
No, I
Can't
like
mix
to.
them.
You
I like-
alternate.
I use my Alpine in the morning and my 1975 at night because my lady likes to smell it on me.
Nice.
Likes to
Okay.
smell it on me.
Did you hear that, everybody?
Was it-
The ladies like it.
Absolutely.
1975.
It ain't beard. What is it that my wife said? This? It ain't beard oil. It's love juice.
Yeah.
It's love juice for sure. She loves it.
So Colton uses beard supply. I use
do.
beard supply. Cody, of course, uses beard supply.
Yeah.
If you're watching on YouTube, Colton's beard is actually even more, believe it or not,
Dude.
even more gnarly than Cody's.
Well, yeah. I think this is the
This
first
is the first time ever.
First time ever.
Yeah.
Your
So,
beard has been longer.
they
than
look
mine,
very
more-
similar. It's
It's
eerie.
because of the COVID. I haven't been able to trim it up.
How
I
much
just let
they
it
look
grow.
like. But yeah,
I
beard
love it.
supply products. They got your oil, your balm,
Yeah.
combs, all the good stuff. Beardsupply.com. We talked about the shirts coming out. Shirts are out there.
Chuck's got one on.
Boom! I got one on right
It's a
now.
cool shirt, man.
Pick one out. Drop it in your cart. MDC Podcast is the code. $5 off any shirt and all shirts if you want multiple. So go to beardsupply.com. Get all your beard goods. Throw in a shirt. MDC Podcast is $5 off. T-shirts. Anything else you guys want to add?
That's it.
It's good stuff.
Beard care
really
for
good
wildlife.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Your beard's looking gnarly.
What else we got?
Yeah.
You got
Appreciate
anything?
it.
Let's see here. I mean, did you guys do anything exciting this weekend? I know we usually do weekend recap.
No. I mean, not too terribly exciting.
Yeah, same here. I did yard work and grilled again. Should have came out to Colton.
So I've
Yeah,
been.
we had a big shindig out there at the lake, man. There was boats and
nice.
people
All up in y'all's
and
little
alcohol.
area.
There was like this one lady brought gummy bears soaked in vodka,
Nice.
and she didn't just bring like a little bit for 5 people. She brought like a big tub for the lake
Really?
people.
just
And
dump
just
some
scooping
gummy
cups,
bears?
just scooping cups and
no
handing to
way.
people out. And I didn't even finish mine because I got halfway through and I was like, I'm done. Those gummy bears
That's a
are
great
way too
idea.
strong.
I like
yeah,
that.
it was really good.
It's a nice
I,
little party favor.
Yeah, it was. It was nice.
Cody, you'll appreciate this.
Yeah.
So I don't know if we talked about it on the podcast or not. I recently started like a diet, trying to get my weight under control. But this
So
first
you looking slim.
this weekend was cheat weekend,
Oh.
and all I did was have that smoker on.
I
blast
saw that, dude.
all weekend.
Chuck
Yeah.
sent me a video, and he was rubbing. What he said.
I forgot about it.
What he said, he was rubbing his meat, and what he
I
was
said
oh.
what it was specifically
with
was
gloves on.
What are you guys talking
I had
about?
my glove on, COVID, and I actually on Snapchat did the slow motion feature, and I said, "Cue the porn music." Hashtag rub your meat.
Y'all are some dirty meat.
And I had those ribs cooking on Sunday, and Cody, I made some wings on Saturday night for myself. No one else ate them.
I hate you.
And I tricked up the recipe.
Did you?
And this might be even better than what I've done before.
Ooh.
It was like so because like I used sauce, but I crisped them up so well that you couldn't tell there was actual sauce on them. So it was like the dry wings that I like.
Oh, the skin's the best on chicken.
But it was like the sauce. There's sauce used, but you can't tell it's sauce. Like it's just crispy and good to go. So that might be the way I proceed forward with my wings.
Dude. I can't wait to try them.
And just enough heat.
You smoked them?
Absolutely.
What do you smoke them on? What tool are you using?
I use the Traeger.
Traeger?
I'm a Traeger man.
Okay.
No, that's fine. I want
Hashtag Traeger
So me and my
Nation.
lady we're about to spend some big money on a smoker / grill. Like we want it combined.
Chuck's your man. Talk to that.
We might. This might be a big conversation.
I vouch for the
we're
Traeger,
about to spend
but
like $1,000, 7+ whatever.
Yeah, that happens.
I want it because I want it to be a lifetime.
I've been there,
but don't. Big grillers, big
so
cookers.
I would say don't get the combo set. Like don't get
not together in one.
Don't get the one that goes together in one. That would be my recommendation.
And I figured that, but I really want that.
If you want a smoker, so let's start there. I know you want a grill. Let's talk smoker.
Yeah, let's do it.
If you want a smoker, I would say I would of course say get a Traeger, but also get one similar. Get a pellet smoker.
Okay, that feeds itself.
It does. Yeah,
I have one, and it tells you on your phone too.
It can. Some of them
I
do.
saw that, and I was like, man, I want to spend money for that.
You can either go slow and low.
Yeah.
Like mine goes from 180 degrees. It can go up to 500. So I can spike it up to grill level if I need to. But I can also slow smoke for 200 degrees for 8 hours or whatever.
So nice. I bet your chicken was good.
But what I do is what I've done and realize a lot of people do is that focus on your smoker first. Like me, I have a big Traeger that I use to smoke. I grill, but like to sear, like just get that crisp skin on a chicken or steak.
That's what you.
I have a little like tailgate charcoal grill.
Okay.
Like a little bitty one, and I'll fire that
you're
up.
using the cheapo for the good.
Yeah, no, just a sear on it. Like
my favorite is a cheapo charcoal grill.
You do your cooking.
There.
You do your cooking on the smoker.
I can't smoke.
And then like hamburgers. Like you can cook hamburgers on the Traeger. Like my smoker, I can cook them.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking like 4-hour hamburgers. I'm talking crank the heat up. Takes 30 minutes or so. But the outside looks a little weird because it's not like you don't get that char on the outside.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It's just all juicy.
Okay.
So I will use the little tailgater
to put that char on it.
I'll cook the meat, and when I'm done, I'll throw it on that charcoal grill just to get the outside done, and the inside is still smoky.
Chuck, is it bad if when you come out to the lake, which you should have already been out, but when you do, I have you cook?
No, Cody told me he's already going to put me up to work on special days at native stations. So we're gonna have wing day or some shit. I don't know if it's logistically possible.
Well, can we bring Uncle Nears because he's getting me a little tipsy right now. Good Lord.
Sorry.
I decided we're gonna do a little Shark Tank with my wings at native station.
Dude,
I'm gonna teach Cody's guys how to make the wings, and I get 50 cents on every order that's made.
It'll be a Modern Do Chat sponsored event, so
there you go.
That sounds cool.
50 cent, or we'll have to negotiate 50 cent or $1 on every basket of wings ordered using my recipe.
I'm down.
Goes to.
I'll pay for that.
$1 goes. So if $1 goes, 50 cents goes to the podcast. 50 cents goes to my own pocket.
If I spend money on anything, I spend money on food. So I'm down
for real, man. You can't. So going on this diet and stuff, it's like, and oh man, it's the hardest part.
You had a good cheat weekend though. You just did
the hardest part is teaching my brain not to eat for fun. Eat for nutrients. But like cheat weekend came and I went overboard. I didn't go too crazy, but I mean, like I said, I made myself wings on Saturday night. My wife had girls' night, so I was by myself with the kids. So I just smoked meat and let them do their thing.
That's what I did.
And then
Nice.
Sunday I smoked ribs for the wife, and my kids love ribs, so
That's awesome.
they tear ribs up.
Mine
so
does too.
We just have rib day.
I brought her ribs home Saturday night, or wait, Sunday night. Sunday night after the weekend where you like Sunday was complete lazy day.
Yeah.
Complete,
Oh, shit.
just like had to just be in bed, like recover from Friday night and Saturday night. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Soul Man's ribs it was, and she loved me for bringing her ribs.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah.
Heck
So
yeah, man.
come to the lake and grill some ribs, damn it.
Some wings.
I mean,
some wings,
heck
some
yeah.
ribs, some.
So it
freaking
takes about
meat.
6+ hours for me to get my ribs done.
Chuck,
Well,
give a
come
Chuck
early.
on the smoker
Wings
then.
take about 3 hours
Really?
for what I do.
God dang.
I did cook a brisket for Easter.
So
Cody, you remember that?
Yeah. That
That
was phenomenal.
Yeah.
It was.
It was pretty
Is
on
that-
your smoker.
On my
Hey,
smoker, yeah.
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 I do have
Oh,
a
you got a
smoker.
smoker?
He has
I
a
do.
smoker, and I've used it. And it's
I
good.
have-
Stick burner? That's what the
You got to stay on top of it.
that's what they call.
It's a-
That's where you use real logs.
But I feel like that's greatness when you have to like stay on top of your smoking. You have to be there.
Well, see,
Now
I've
it's
got-
really cool. You can do it from your phone and everything, but if you're wanting like the
Yeah.
old school smoke,
that's for
it's
my
really
opinion.
big.
That's for
basic.
stubborn,
Yeah.
ignorant. That's where I stand on it. And I've had this argument
Chuck likes it easy.
before. It's now a running joke around my circle because I have the watch that's tied to my phone.
Oh yeah.
I have the smoker that's electric, pellet driven, and now
That's
I have the
everything's digital,
Ridiculous.
and I want to pay for that.
the
I want that right now.
the
I do.
vape technology where I have to charge it. So I am
Yeah.
all digital,
Yeah.
all technology based. But
Hey, that's
no,
where- that's where it's
I've
at.
argued
Seems
with
unnatural.
people because the most flack I get for mine is you're just baking your food in a smoker. But it's like
Basically.
where I live in my brain is if you want to babysit your brisket
I don't.
for 12 hours
I don't.
all night long,
I don't.
wake up every hour, check temp, and add logs. Whereas me,
I
I can
don't.
sit mine,
Yeah.
go to sleep.
But you know what I got to do during that time is get shit faced.
That's true.
Shit
I don't
faced.
disagree.
And everyone was okay with it because I had good meat. They're like, "Oh, he's just drunk."
But
But
he cooked good
and
meat.
that's what everyone comes back with. I'm like, I can too, and I can get even more shit faced because I have zero responsibility. I just gotta pull it when the temp hits.
You're gonna fall asleep.
I don't have to worry about the logs and the temperature.
Hey, I've
it's
got-
set and good to go.
Chuck, I've got no argument there. I done told you I want to spend $7,000 to $1,000 on a new combo, which you said not to do combo. So now I feel like I need to spend more money
Don't.
for one each.
And do not get a griddle.
No.
One of those griddles.
You talking about the flat?
the flat top.
Yeah, she wants that too.
I wanted one and I researched it and looked into it, and it is from all my research and groups that I'm in. It is
bad.
such a pain in the ass because you have to like oil it because apparently they rust real easy. Even if they say they don't, they
clean
do.
it, like really.
You gotta like clean it, cover it, oil it all the time to make sure it doesn't rust up.
Dang it. Well, you tell Casey that next time
I will.
You see the patron.
I will. When I see El Patron, I will.
Patron.
Oh, Patron.
Yes.
I love it.
What else, Cody?
No, dude, that was a great conversation because I still to this day run on a charcoal grill.
Hold it.
Yes.
Oh, we fucked up.
Oh my god! Please don't tell me.
Yeah, we did. I'm just telling you, we did. It happened.
Are we timing out?
Did we even record?
We did. I just don't know how much. I'll be honest with you.
Dang it. Bummer. Well, I gotta pee. If we're waiting.
All right, hold on.
Oh.
Okay.
All right.
All right, so we did just get cut off because we're a pack of idiots, and I would expect nothing less when messing around with Cody and Colton. We were in the middle of a grill conversation. We went on for about 5, 6, 7 minutes after it just cut out, about the wings I made and griddle versus smoker versus charcoal.
Colton was inquiring about what he should buy.
Yeah, and I don't know exactly what we missed and what we didn't. I just know where it cut off. And apologies. As you all know, we always come prepared. Yeah. Not.
It was good talk.
So let's real quick, sports wise.
Yep.
It looks like we're on the verge of sports coming back in our lives. I think NHL's, we talked about, it's on the right track. NBA is talking about using ESPN Wide World of Sports in Disney World to host, I guess, playoffs or something like that. And it looks like everything's on track for the NFL to start on time, which June 1st officially started my fantasy football season because
I saw the text thread.
And it started up because that's when a lot of the stats and projections and reset and stuff like that. So now I can start looking at fantasy football options and who goes where and what my draft potential looks like.
I like it.
So fantasy draft research is underway, and I hope it doesn't get derailed because I'm looking forward to it.
Dude,
so,
I'm still disappointed about baseball. Like, it's not looking
good for
baseball.
Okay, real quick, MLB has their heads so far up their asses.
I know.
It is a cluster. They're not going to play.
I know. That's what's.
They're not going to play.
I was hoping to go to the new stadium this year, man.
Well, you can. They're doing tours. You just can't go watch a game.
I don't know.
But now.
Who wants to do that? I mean, yeah, I kind of want to wait until.
Well, because the owners keep backtracking on their agreement with the players. Basically, they don't want to pay them a certain amount, and the players are like, we already took a pay cut once. Like, it's a big cluster. Every other league is coming up with contingency plans, but the MLB are just bickering about money, and
we make millions.
They're already plunging in popularity.
Yeah,
this is going to make it worse.
I know.
So I want baseball to come back.
I missed the heck out of it, though.
Right now, I'm looking forward to the possibility of hockey playoffs, basketball playoffs,
hockey
and NFL season all starting and going on at the same time.
Yeah.
Talk about a wet dream.
Hockey's gonna be fun.
Throw baseball in, and it's done. So, like, I'm all there.
I'm gonna book the first games I can go to.
There you go.
I'm telling you, I sure will.
And then the other thing in sports was we talked about Dave Portnoy winning the auction, and of course comes down he did not pass the background check for the NFL. If you know anything about Barstool and Dave Portnoy,
the many times that he's been arrested, removed from stadiums.
Yes, they basically said he didn't win, so he's got ammo. He's gonna be firing off.
Well, she said that was gonna happen.
It's going. Yeah, he predicted it. I mean, there's no chance in hell they were gonna let him in that basement. But he said basically he's gonna plan some big ass thing whatever night they announce this thing's going down. Dave Portnoy's gonna blow it up.
Nice.
So. Like I said, it's a win-win for everyone who likes to watch that stuff, and he's about to light Goodell up. He's already started.
And it's a win for Barstool. Like, the publicity, and Dave Portnoy is just a genius in my mind. I mean, he's constantly producing content. It's just, he's always there, relevant, and that was just another, like, genius move on his part.
So, yeah, and I can't wait to see how it all unfolds, because you know he's got something up his sleeve. But with that being said,
what you got?
He's reaching down.
I am reaching down because even though Colton's here, we're still going to play Answer the Internet. This is ATI Answer the Internet, KFC Radio, Barstool Sports. The game can go by wherever you want.
Welcome, brother.
This time we drew one card each, and the other two people have to answer it.
Nice.
So
I have my card, I'll read it, and then both of you guys have to answer.
Right. So that's what we're going to do.
Okay.
Colton, we'll give you the honors. Would you like to ask us the question first, or do you want to ask us your question last?
I think I want to leave the podcast
now. Colton wants to bail. Colton's ready to bail. So do you want to read your card first?
I want to answer first.
Okay, so I'm going to ask... Cody, okay, no, Cody.
We rock, paper, scissors again, or like Colton?
No, we'll do it. No, rock, paper, scissors.
All right.
No, No, you aren't teaming up on me. That's bullshit. Not gonna allow
That's
it.
not so Chuck.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Yeah.
Oh, scissors,
Got your ass.
papers.
Got my
I'm
paper.
asking first.
Got my paper ass.
Because I know we already drew cards, and y'all both really loved your cards. I wasn't too
I
over
thought mine was funny.
the top of
I had
mine,
to
but I did enjoy it, and I can't wait to hear y'all answer it. So this was
Here we go.
poll the internet.
Okay.
Is
Oh, that's a horrible laugh.
is eating out a
No.
stripper at a bachelor party something to brag about or just disgusting?
Oh my god.
Eating a stripper out
Yeah,
at
At a
a
bachelor party.
at a bachelor party. Is that bragging rights or just gross?
straight up
Disgusting.
gross. Straight up gross. I would not brag about it.
No.
You would?
I would wake up in the morning and wipe my beard off
Okay.
and go to work.
Wipe my beard off.
Yeah.
Okay, but
Everything
like,
is-
so like if Cody was like, "Hey, I did this thing," would you be like, "Dude, that's dope," or like, "Dude,
no, I'd be like,
nasty.
that is nasty.
Yeah.
That is nasty.
Yeah.
93% of Barstool said that's nasty.
That's
Yeah, it's nasty.
I agree.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Y'all are
Man,
both red in the face.
I wish I would have
That's
known
funny.
how dirty you were going to go with your card because I would have picked dirtier. I was trying to be nice. I was trying to be nice with
Oh,
mine.
mine
Colton
is,
apparently doesn't listen to the tail end of our podcast.
Well,
mine is so easy and pure, it's not even funny.
Oh my gosh!
But-
y'all laughed at yours, so I thought I was like,
I laughed and put it back, but I'm going to.
What? I don't know what got me on this. It was just the thought of like seeing both of you guys answer this.
Lord.
All right, would you rather pull the internet? A, throw up any time someone says McDonald's, or B, wear a fedora for the rest of your life. If anybody asks you about it, you have to say, "I like the way it looks."
I'm thinking.
So
I'm
imagine
thinking.
you gotta wear a fedora.
First off, I already almost throw up when everyone says McDonald's. I already almost throw up.
Ooh.
I'm not a
Chuck
McDonald's
is a
fan.
McDonald's.
No,
big fan.
no. McDonald's.
fan.
McDonald's
Big
makes me
fan
feel.
of Big Mac.
McDonald's makes me feel super sick every time I hear about it. Every time I even pass by it.
But like right now, how many
No.
people like in your life discuss McDonald's?
Too many. Too many people go to McDonald's.
Listen, I'm not gonna let anyone rain on my parade. I'm gonna wear that fedora because McDonald's is like little round pieces of gold that I can eat.
Well, I'm gonna choose throwing up because I already do it. So
You'd rather throw up when I say McDonald's than
Than have to rock a
wear
fedora?
a fedora.
I'm almost with him because I don't know. if I can
no,
rock a
honestly,
fedora.
my honest opinion is fedora because I don't like throwing up. That's miserable, but I don't like.
Speaking of
McDonald's.
which, I'm going to interject a story real quick that you brought that up.
Yeah.
Because I tell this story frequently, and I love it because it also says how weird I am. Back in the day, there's a Mexican spot down the road on the lake in Rockwall. Bomb margaritas.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Primos.
It was me.
Wait, was it Primos?
It was.
Or Glorious?
I already remember.
It's Primo.
Oh,
It was me.
I gotta
our
try
buddy
those
Matt.
margaritas
Yeah.
too.
yeah.
I don't think we were married. My wife or girlfriend, soon to be wife, Rebecca, and Colton.
Yeah.
And we all went and got completely blitzed on margaritas at Primo's.
Because it's what you do at Primos.
And on the way back from Rockwall to Greenville, there's a truck stop. And my wife, who's prone to, she already like fell over and bumped her head in the stall at Primo's
so
anyway.
drunk. Yeah.
Had to pull over to throw up. So we pull over in this truck stop, and I'll never forget because it was so funny to me. And even when Rebecca tells the story now, it's still so funny to me. We pull over. I'm hungry. You know, I've just got done drinking. I'm hungry.
Yeah.
So I want a snack.
He's a bird.
My wife, girlfriend at the time, leans out the door and starts just puking violently almost,
Oh my
or
gosh.
act like she was going to. I go into the gas station. I come back. Of course, I'm not thinking about anybody else. I grab the two biggest, thickest, smelliest pieces of beef jerky I could find. Plop my ass in the back of the car, back seat.
Beef jerky is asking.
Colton's
to
in
throw
the front
Oh my
passenger.
gosh, yeah.
Rebecca's in the back driver's side of me. So Colton's in front of me. Rebecca's to my left. Rebecca starts throwing up as soon as I crack open that beef jerky.
And
While she's throwing up, I start eating it like no big deal. Y'all are just wasting my time and ready to go home and go to bed.
Oh, yeah.
Colton hears Rebecca and smells the beef jerky. He starts projectile vomiting out the other side of the car.
Horrible.
And Matt's our
drunk.
driver. He is dying laughing because here he's got two people violently puking outside the car, and there's me, shit-eating grin on my face, enjoying my beef jerky.
Oh my
Because throw up doesn't faze me. So I'm just back there slamming my beef jerky like, seriously guys, I'm ready to go home.
Oh
Like,
my
quit
gosh.
fucking around. Let's go.
You know what I thought of tonight? That's a good story. I actually forgot about that until you started talking about it. And beef jerky does suck to smell when you.
I
When
still
you're
to
at
this
that
day
point.
when we go,
nauseating.
like
Yeah.
when we go on road trips to Florida or Colorado or whatever, I will buy beef jerky for the road, and Rebecca's always on board. And as soon as I bust it open, she's like, "No,
Yeah.
no, close it up, get it out. That's not happening. I'll throw up."
Yes.
And that always brings the
I'm
story
gonna
back
say,
up.
I don't think I've bought beef jerky since that day. I eat it if someone else has it. I'll put my hand in that bag. I'll grab a piece.
That was
of
like
food,
8 years
but
ago.
yeah, well, it's stuck with me.
Beef jerky cars do not go together anymore.
But
anyway,
I thought of Possum Kingdom when I was on my.
oh,
Possum, I was thinking.
I went through those
I was
pictures
thinking,
the other day.
Yes, I had to
yeah,
like
that's right.
log back into like MySpace, but figure out how to do that, and it was a process to find those pictures.
He
'cause
just said MySpace.
that was back in the MySpace
Dang.
days.
Man,
Yes.
that's wild.
So me, Chuck, who else?
Matt,
Matt.
Rebecca, Hayes,
No,
Taylor.
no, I'm talking about on the cliff.
Oh, that was just me, you, and Matt.
Okay, well we were all stupid. 'Cause we were all on
Yeah,
that
there's a 100-foot cliff
Yeah,
at Possum Kingdom.
And it's
called
like-
I think it's called Hell's
Hell's
Gate.
Gate, and you're not supposed to jump off of it.
Yeah, we definitely
You're not
100%
supposed to.
100% trespass.
Yes, did that.
And so here's why.
crazy?
Here's
And we have
here's
pictures
why-
to prove that we did
we
this.
do, and here's why I hate Colton.
Because I was the
so-
first one to jump.
No, well, you're jumping ahead. Spoiler alert.
Sorry.
So going on this trip,
I knew it.
Matt, who's not usually this person, was talking about this. He's like, "We gotta jump. We gotta jump. We gotta do it." We finally get to it and we see it for the first time, and we're like, "You've hyped us up. We're going." So Matt, me, and Colton start this trek. Of course, we
It's a
trespass
hell of a
multiple
trail.
times
Like-
to get to the top of this cliff. It's a 100-foot drop
That's
to the
great.
top to the lake.
Everyone was out of breath once they got up there.
We were.
As a
And so
Can I
before we started going, Matt was gung ho. We're doing it. I was in the middle. Colton was very, very unsure about it. Well, we get to the top, and all of a sudden, Colton's very much about it. I'm still in the middle, and Matt is terrified. And we all are up there, and this is like 10, 15-minute discussion. Like, hey guys, all right, look, we hyped this
way
up.
too
We
long
talked
of
about it.
discussion. Yeah.
We
We're gonna go down.
We either all walk down together or we all jump together.
That's it. That's how.
That's how it's gonna go. We're weighing pros and cons. Like, should we really do this? Is this smart? Da da da. Me and Matt are talking. All of a sudden, I hear "Hold my shoes,"
Oh, my
and
jeez.
shoes get thrown at me, and Colton's wild ass just goes jumping off this cliff.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Oh,
And-
Yes. Yes.
It's a 100-foot drop, and he smacks the water. And hey, our friend Hayes is driving the boat with the girls. Goes, picks Colton up.
And there's like boats collecting
Oh no, it was a
down
boat.
there.
It was a boat party. We were celebrities.
Everyone
after
saw
it
us
was
up
over.
there, so everyone was like stopping, like, look at these idiots.
And so we're hollering. They can barely hear us. And me and Matt are like, "What the fuck?" Like, we were committed. Like at this point, when he jumped, we had pretty kind of got to the point where we were walking down.
Oh my god.
And Colton jumped, and we were like, "That was the dude."
I gotta get his
So
shoes
we
back.
holler. So we holler down to the boat. Is Colton okay? Is everything fine? And the boat comes back. Yeah, he's good. So I was like, Matt,
Jump.
do you want to be left up here by yourself,
Oh, poor Matt.
or do you want to go first and I'll be by myself?
Yeah.
And he was like, I'm not ready. So I was like, all right, I gotta go. Colton's not showing me up. So I jump off and I come down like a cross. Like my legs are crossed, my arms are out like a T. And I remember thinking, that's the problem. 100-foot drop, you have time to think.
So bad.
You have thoughts.
That hurts a body.
You have a
human
conversation
body,
in your head. Like
hurts a human.
Like any jump off a trampoline, off a little cliff jump, you just kind of jump and you hit the water.
How did you land? Feet first?
I just landed drunk. That's how I landed.
So Colton goes down, and then I come down like a T. And I knew watching Survivor shows and stuff, you make high jumps, you're supposed to cross your feet.
Okay.
And Colton failed, and you're supposed to wear your shoes. So I came down like a T, and my 100-foot drop slapped the underarms of my arms like a T. Yeah. And I felt like I got hit by a Mack truck. And
I think we have a picture of you with your
arms. I do. I have
Superman.
I am like sprawled out. I will try to find it. Sprawled out. I have pictures of all of us. We looked at them last week.
Yeah.
And then we get in the boat. It was terrible. And then Matt finally got the courage to jump. He was up there for a long time himself. And he came down like a sack of potatoes sideways.
Oh no,
like a cannonball almost.
Oh no!
And come to find out, so Matt ended up getting bruised or broken ribs. He was coughing up blood almost immediately.
Yeah,
I
was couched the rest of the week.
I had black and that was the day one. I had black and blue bruise on my arms underneath where my teeth
jump off that cliff.
I don't know about Colton, but I know he's hurting.
I was hurting,
but we were all bedridden for the most part.
Yeah,
the whole
trip was ruined off that jump.
And come to find out, when Colton jumped and Hayes and the girls answered for him, he was so effed up and so breath taken away.
Drunk.
He couldn't speak to tell us bad idea. That everyone else just spoke for him and told him everything's fine, go for it.
Oh yeah, great. Oh, it took me about 5 minutes.
Colton couldn't breathe.
It took me about 10 minutes to get up from the water.
He was drowning. I mean, he got the breath out of him. Like he was hurting so bad he couldn't breathe and talk and form sentences. So everyone answered, yeah, he's fine. So me and Matt jumped. Matt came down so bad that this time we found out he went to the doctor the following week when we got back, and they were like, they told him, y'all could have easily died. Like, apparently hitting 30 foot.
Did you guys miss the caution tape?
Hitting 30 foot on water is like smacking concrete.
Yeah.
And anything over than that, so why they tell you to wear your shoes? Because your toenails can get ripped straight off
from
your feet.
Cliff.
From the impact.
People's died off that cliff
jumping.
For sure.
People have died.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. You can die because the force impacts your asshole so much that it pretty much shoots pressurized water.
So we all landed
and air up your ass.
Some way we landed where we didn't die.
Yes.
That's
and I think I did the best job only because I did know to wear my shoes, which Colton didn't do.
No, I threw those.
I knew to cross my legs, which I don't know if Colton did do. The only thing I messed up on was I had my arms stretched out.
Do you remember, the worst thing about it is that I was still trying to catch my breath, and I got on some random dude boat. The closest boat. Because there's people like stopping, like, look at these guys.
We were legit lake celebrities because it was next to a party cove.
Yeah.
So there was a bunch of boats down there, and they saw people were up there.
Oh, they were hollering and hooting.
They were egging us on.
We even seen some titties up there. We were celebrities.
We were.
Up there.
I mean, not to brag, but we were big time. But the party kind of stopped when Matt was like, on the boat, coughing up blood.
It was done. No,
kind of killed it.
We went.
But way to go, Matt. Killed our vibe.
I got on some random boat, and this dude, he's like, have a beer. And it's like the last thing I want. But...
Dude, people were offering us free shots and beer, and all three was like, fuck that.
But do you remember the guy that pulled, he's like, check this out. He's like, I did something stupid too. And he pulled up his his women's shorts legs, and he had a squirrel. It was crawling, a squirrel on his inner leg, and it was crawling up to his nuts.
It was a tattoo of a squirrel going to his nuts.
Crawling to his nuts. I'm thinking, dude, that's so funny, and I'm so hurt right now. I want to laugh, but I can't.
But yeah, we were celebrities. People tried to give us beer and shots, and we couldn't take them. Like it was insane. And anyway, this is a little backstory of Colton. Last question, Colton gets to ask. Right, we got one more.
Yeah. So
let me ask.
67% of Barstool chose A. Throw up anytime McDonald's.
All right, Colton, you're up. Where's your
card go?
Here we go.
That was a good story.
Here we can see if that one's it.
No, but this sounds interesting.
Well, those are the ones we've already answered. So.
All right, well,
Might have dropped it.
I'm gonna pull a new
Between
one.
your nuts.
Can I pull a new
Where
one?
did it stand up? Stand up.
It
Where is it?
disappeared.
Is it in your pocket?
I don't think so. What
Oh.
does this one say?
That was mine.
This is.
This is crazy because the
100%.
card was just. Oh wait, I got it.
This is so Colton. Like this is
I got it. Chuck, you stop it. All right, you ready?
ready.
Would you rather have? This is to both of y'all.
Okay.
Would you rather have your girl be able to see or hear everything you do when she's not around?
Here.
Why is that, Chuck? You don't have to answer
To
that.
see or hear everything.
Yeah.
Okay. Poll the internet. Would you rather
Oh.
have your girl be
I
able
jumped
to
the gun
see
with here maybe.
or hear everything you do when she's not around?
I didn't see the poll the internet part.
That's just the thought.
There was a lot dirtier cards I picked up, and I picked that one.
That's a good question.
Man, I did jump out and say here. I think I'd be okay with that still. I think I'd be okay with that.
Right? Yeah.
Dang. Would I rather?
And
Have
I'm not
your
saying
girl be
C because I do dumb shit. I mean, because I do bad shit. I say C because my wife is very much aware I do dumb shit. And I
Yeah.
don't
Right.
think I want her to fully know all the dumb shit I do.
That's
Because I do a lot of dumb shit, but I do it in silence. Like if I'm with
That's a good
myself, I'm not
answer.
talking out loud.
Don't tell her
Yeah.
about the dumb shit.
So-
you know?
Yeah.
no, no.
Because
I
then
think
she's
that's
gonna
easy.
worry.
Don't tell her.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with C because hearing could be a whole nother like. You can't hear
Yeah.
what I'm saying or doing, but seeing it, you would just have to guess, right? Like what's happening.
Yeah, absolutely. That's
You can see things, but
No, I'd rather see. I
You would
operate
rather-
in silence, so I'd rather her be able to hear because most of the dumb shit I don't want her to know or see. I'm in the silence, like keeping it to myself.
that's me. I'd rather her hear me because seeing me, I'm like stepping on like 8-foot ladders where
Yeah.
at the top where it says "Do not step." I'm all up on that step, all up on it. You know.
I don't want her
I don't want her-
seeing me try to ride like her kid's tricycle in the driveway when no one's looking. Like I don't want her to see the dumb shit I do. Like when no one's around, I climb up in the playhouse and fuck off like I'm a 5-year-old.
I wouldn't love that.
but there's no sound, so they can just kind of play out their own.
No, I don't want her to see it. Like
Yeah.
I don't want her seeing my fat ass trying to fit in a kid's swing. Like if she can't hear me, it's just like me swinging. It's not like I'm saying anything.
Okay, I got you. I got you.
Or like if I'm doing dumb shit, like I don't like my wife. Rebecca talks to herself. So like if she was doing dumb shit by herself, she would narrate it for herself. I don't narrate for myself. So like if I'm doing dumb shit, it's to me, and I'm just like, you're not hearing me huffing and getting frustrated or whatever I'm doing, but you ain't gonna see the dumb shit I'm doing.
Just hear it.
Just hear it.
Lordy.
Dang.
Operate in silence. So,
I like it. I'm gonna go with C.
all right, Cody's going to see.
See no
me
evil,
calling
hear no evil.
whatever.
Whatever the other one is.
58% of
Just don't look at
readers
me.
would rather her hear everything.
There you go.
It's a close number.
So yeah, Sarah, if you're listening to this and you hear that, that's what Cody would rather you see instead of hear.
Yeah,
So
let's
just
see
throw
it.
that out there, no big deal. All right, hopefully we had some fun. We were able to kick it with Colton here on Modern Dude
Okay.
Loved
Chat.
it. This was fun.
It was fun.
I
Go
had
to patreon.com if you enjoy the podcast, you want to support us, all the proceeds go to the podcast, patreon.com, search Modern Dude Chat, you'll find us 3 tiers, sign up, do whatever you want. If you can't do that, don't want to do that, no big deal, no hard feelings. Best thing you can do for us is share, like, comment, subscribe, review, whatever you can do on your podcast platform and social media. You can find us across the board at Modern Dude Chat. You want to holler at us individual at Modern Chuck.
Cody Murph, CODYMURF. Colton, you got anything?
Colton,
I
you wanna
got
throw your stuff out there?
Colton Murph. No, that's not my email. But I'm just throwing them here, guys. Don't holler at me.
Well,
All right.
it was good to have you.
Colton doesn't want to hear your opinions.
No, I do
It
actually.
was fun.
So yeah, no, it was a good time. Next week we're gonna have my sister-in-law on, and
Lord.
she
He said, "Oh Lord."
yeah, she's gonna be
Tell her I love her.
yeah, I certainly will do.
Okay.
So with that, we will catch y'all next time.
Be safe out there. Peace.
Take it easy.